Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of November 2023, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. I almost said in the construction box. What the? Anyways. Let's see, Gemini. Let's see what's going on here. Under construction. Yep, something's under construction here. The Nine of Pentacles is the overall energy. So, I mean, you're carrying an energy of stability, you know, where you feel good within yourself there. There's something that overall you kind of bounce back and you're like, okay, I'm good, you know, shake it off, I'm good. Kind of like that kind of an energy, because there's a lot of falling downs here, possibly. Starting off the reading, you get the Page of Cups crossed by the Six of Cups. There's a soul connection here. There's definitely love for the soul connection. Five of Swords is in your focus, so it could be that that's a little bit of a deceptive energy right there. It could be that you're telling yourself things that are not necessarily true about a situation or even about yourself. I don't know. In the recent past, the Fool, really opening up to something here. In your strength, the Six of Swords, being able to keep a little bit of distance. In the immediate future, the Chariot. It feels like, why does this feel like a destiny kind of a situation that you're dealing with? I don't know, like it's destined to be in this way. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Supporting this reading, the King of Cups. That's a whole lot of love. Your heart is opening up big time. Is it though? In the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of it, detachment, emotional detachment. I love when energies come in contrast like that. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, wait, it's a Gemini reading. Okay, we're back on track. You know, from one thing to another. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? In your hopes and fears, the Ten of Swords. You kind of carry a fear of, you know, it's not going to work out anywhere. It's not going to lead anywhere. Fuck it. Okay. And for the potential outcome, the Ace of Cups. Welcome to the world of Gemini. Oh, yes, it will. I'm hopeful. Okay. Now let's clarify. If this wasn't enough, let's clarify. I love reading for Geminis. I love you guys. You keep me entertained all the time. You pull at me in all directions, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, Gemini. Okay. Reminds me of Geminis in my life. It's hard to keep up with you guys. I promise it's very hard. You have to be very patient sometimes, but I love it. I love the roller coastery kinds of. Okay, you just changed your mind about that, but you were okay. So now where you're at? You're here. Okay, I'll give it 2 minutes. 1 minute later. Oh, sorry, 2 minutes was too long. Love you guys. Could be exhausting though. Anyways, for the Nine of Pentacles in the supportive energies, you get the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups. It's like this love is growing, this heart is opening more and more and more and more. And when it reaches that place of there's no more room for this heart to open, oh, I don't care, let's shut it down. Because why? It's almost like you don't want it to open up. Like you're scared of it being open, so okay. Off button, please. Alright, so you're definitely starting to grow here in how you care about someone, something. I think it's someone. And then when you reach that peak of, oh my god, I think I'm falling for... don't even finish that sentence because we're out of business here. We're done. Okay. It's like you're scared of your own heart. For the Page of Cups, you get the Six of Swords, the Empress, the Seven of Cups. Yeah. It's like you like to live in fantasy world here. You know, like, yeah, I'm not gonna go there physically, you know, in the reality of whatever the fuck this is, because it's better when I have it in my head as what it could be. Because, man, I could go places there. You know, in reality, who the fuck knows what could happen? So let me just be in my la la land about it, and we'll see what happens in reality, if anything, because, you know, shut down. Okay. 6 of Cups. You get the 5 of Wands, the Hermit, the 3 of Swords. Why do I feel like this is a situation that carries a whole lot, but not from this lifetime? Not from here. It brought it with. There's a whole lot that needs to be healed within the soul connection. And for some reason, I'm so getting the feeling that the soul connection is kind of new for you. Like, you're kind of looking at this as, what needs to be healed? Nothing happened. Exactly. Because this connection carries with it a whole lot. And it results in a lot of pain. And that needs a lot of healing. And I feel like whoever this is, that's why they're in your life. Now, I have no idea how that healing is going to manifest, or if it even wants to. Sometimes it doesn't even want to. It's just going to stay there until the two of you are going to be ready to reconcile on that. Let's do the 5 of Swords. In your focus, you get the 5 of Swords again, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor. You're a little too sure sometimes. That's the deceptive energy. You're a little too sure of stuff that I feel like doesn't even concern you. So it's like, if I would show up and I would say, hi Gemini, do you want to go out and grab a coffee and, you know, have a chat or something? Just a chit chat. And for me, it's just that. And you're like, I think they love me. Nah, I know they love me. I know Ellie loves me because she said she wants to grab a coffee with me. I'm convinced. God damn it. Now it's just a coffee, you know? You seem too certain at times about certain things that, again, I feel like those things don't concern you. Leave room for interpretation there, you know? Because I don't know what's going to happen in the reality of this, but you take that conviction into your fantasy land, and that's why you can build probably 10 palace setting things, and then with this perfect partner that you can switch off, you know, from palace 1 to palace 2 to, it's a whole like, I don't even know, fantasy land in there, like rainbows everywhere, unicorns, cupids, like everything is in there, hundreds of them. And you bring this from so they asked me out for a coffee, so they love me. Let me take that into fantasy land. Let's see how that translates over there. We can build another castle with that, you know. I don't know. Let me see the Fool. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. What am I going to do with you? The 9 of Cups, the Death card, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, you're like, you know what? Let's get serious about shit. Okay, so we're good here. I'm opening up towards something. It's feeling good. It's feeling nice, but like, let's keep it real. Now that's the attitude. You stopped yourself before jumping into that fantasy land. For some reason, in the current situation, you're in the fantasy land. You slipped. You slipped somewhere along the lines there, and you got back into fantasy land. But that was quite the good attitude, because I feel like you know yourself enough, and you know your fantasy lands. So it's like, okay, this is my cue. I'm going up there. I'm kind of lifting. I'm opening up. That means I'm lifting up in fantasy land. So, okay, let's bring it back to earth here, you know? Let's do the 6 of Swords. Queen of Cups, the Sun, the Strength card. Yeah. You have the tendency to still come down from fantasy land at times. The thing is, you're already there. You're already up there. In here, in the past, you were able to contain this energy more, to keep it grounded, to keep it more in reality. Right now, I see you being there and being like, okay, let's check out Earth from time to time, but let's do the Chariot. The Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're giving me this energy of it's destiny. For this to happen, for this to go in the direction of commitment, to be like, oh my God, and you keep on throwing the word destiny here. You know, fate. It's meant to be. It's written in the books of the universe. So you're charging at it from the perspective of this, what you feel. I'm not saying what you feel is wrong. I'm also not saying that what you feel is right. You feel what you feel. You know? I'm saying that, seeing all of this, I'm saying that what you give me as your perception over this, so what you're feeling over this, comes a lot from the fantasy land, more than what's really going on at Earth level. I don't even see what's going on at Earth level. You've taken me so high in that fantasy land that it's like, I don't even want to come down to Earth, in all honesty. It's quite pretty what you made there. But like, I don't see what's going on, you know, on a practical level here. I don't see much. Let me see the King of Cups. Because I feel like when things get too intense in that fantasy land, that's when you're like, okay, shut it down. Shut that shit down. For the King of Cups, you get the Three of Wands, the High Priestess, the Two of Wands. Yeah, you feel like, you know, you feel like if they're not in the same boat, if they haven't reached your fantasy land by their own, on their own, they're there, but they're there because they were imaginary brought there by you. Not because they were willingly, oh, okay, I'll jump in Gemini's Fantasyland. But you feel like they'll join you there someday, you know? You're giving me a sense of, I feel it. They'll join me. They'll be right here with me. Gemini, why do I feel like you're building yourself up to have, you know, like up and up and up and up, to have the highest point of up get you down here? Because for some reason you're showing me a lot of downs after this. Let's do the Eight of Cups, King of Wands, Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying really hard to not fly up there, but you're already there. You are trying. But your way of trying is, as you build yourself up in this, you shut yourself down to such extent that it feels like you're falling off of 10th floor there, where you set yourself up to. How you're trying, though, from a different perspective that you're still shutting down, is in a more realistic way. It's like, you know, I deserve happiness. I would love for all of this to be true, but it's time to deal with the actual reality of what's going on. So let me get slowly but surely, let me get back down there. Let's see what's going on. Let's check out the actual events of what's going on. That's a good approach. The problem is that's coming from your heart, and you're shutting down your heart. Throwing yourself, you know, from, again, building yourself up to such extent that you have quite the distance to come down. And you're like, okay, we're going down. Now, because I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to do anything. I'm scared. I'm scared of what I feel. I'm scared of my heart. I'm scared of my fantasy land. So let's shut everything down, man. Kind of a brutal way to shut this down, though. For the Ten of Swords, you get the Page of Cups, the Ten of Swords again, the King of Swords. Yeah, you're switching from one place to another in a very drastic way. I love your fantasy land. I would be there just to watch what's going on, because it's freaking amazing. It's like you're building up some energies in here that are out of this world, because they are. The way you shut that down for you, it's very drastic. It's very dramatic. It's very like from one thing to another. You don't take the journey to the other place. You just drop. Okay, let's get our shit together here. Let's be practical. And you forget all about your heart. You forget all about... If you find yourself building this place up and you're in Fantasyland, be there. When you realize, okay, reality check is on the way, take the journey back to that. Don't just drop yourself off, like throwing yourself off of there, you know, from the 10th floor of a freaking, in your head. Because you have to be practical now, you have to be logical. Chop chop. It's about practicality now. I understand that there's these two sides of you, but make the journey from one to another, you know? Because this seems quite sharp, quite radical. Let me do the Ace of Cups for the potential outcome. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Hierophant. Okay, so you're back to reality where you're dealing with the same old, oh, okay, so there's potential for love. I want this love. I'm very stubborn about it. I'm never going to let this go, but I'm also scared of it. So I'm going to kind of keep my distance from it. But it means a lot to me. So dealing with, you know, human energies back here on Earth, dealing with how things are presented in reality, which is great. Just, I would love for everybody to have a fantasy land as long as they're aware of it and they don't let that take charge completely of their lives, you know. But I know for some of us it's quite dangerous because it's like, well, we can get stuck in there sometimes and live through that in the real world. And no, that's not the way to go. So I get it why you would be so sharp into shutting that down. It's just like, yeah, give yourself that smooth transition back to Earth, you know. This was a fun reading. You took me a lot in your fantasy land. I love this. And now you're coming back. When you get back, again, try to do it a little more smooth. And enjoy the journey back, you know? Try to make it a fun journey. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, and I know why you don't want to be here much in the reality of this. Because there's, you know, then fears are coming in. All of the energy of the mind is coming in down here. Up there is the energy of the heart. It can build, you know, in your imagination. Put that heart in there. Oh my God. Here, where the mind takes care of things, whew, it's a shit show. You know, where you think you're good, but you're unsure. You're like, oh my God, but I'm scared. Why the hell am I scared of this? You know, there's a lot of things coming in. So I get why you're avoidant of this and why you're avoidant of that at the same time. But you have to deal with these things, you know, ultimately. Because you do live in this reality on planet Earth. So, yeah, it was a cool journey here with you. Let's do the Psychic Tarot for the heart. Oh, this one wants to come up. Control. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Control. Which one is that? Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. There it is, 45. All right. Keywords: master, influence, accept, compassion, patience, confidence. In order to flourish, relationships must be fluid and free rather than overly rigid and controlled by emotional neediness or insecurity. It's important to master your emotions so that they do not rule the relationship. A partnership based solely on emotion is out of balance and out of control. Self-control is the key here. Act from a combination of emotion and intellect, and your relationship will thrive and grow. Be sure that your influence is gentle and loving. This is not the time for domination. This card asks you to accept another person's uniqueness and not to require that person to conform to a mold of your choosing just to make you feel more comfortable. This card also serves as a reminder to come from compassion and understanding rather than anger or frustration. Now is the time for patience, steadiness, and clear thinking. Apply these qualities to your relationship with others and with yourself. If you're involved with a difficult person or situation, try to look through the other person's eyes and experience what his or her heart and soul feels. Try to see the situation from another perspective. With self-control comes confidence. Allow a situation to unfold and detach yourself from the outcome. Don't try to control it. The end result of self-control and confidence is supreme peace. Take some time to examine how control, in its many aspects, is affecting your relationships. Affirmation: I control my emotion and embrace peace. Interesting. So, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.